y'all, how's it going? Welcome to the month of November. So, without any further ado, we're going to take a look into the month of November and see what's going on for you guys and look at week by week what the energy is going to be like, if there's any kind of messages coming through. Okay, in front of me, I've got my decks. So, 1, 2, 3. Dreams of Gaia, we got the Fairy Oracle, and we have the Wildwood Tarot. So it's up to you to pick a deck. You just need to pause if you need to focus a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Dreams of Gaia deck first, and then we'll see what's going on for you guys, and I'll pick some cards then. Okay? So like I said, just pause the video if you need to focus a little bit more, and we'll get to it. Things have been really busy, so now I have to make sure that I kind of schedule my time for videos a little bit later, just because, guess what? There is no such thing as nap time now. Nap time is out the window. So, between school and busy with my twins, I haven't had the time to actually sit down and do a lot of videos. So that's where I'm at. So I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late. Sorry I haven't posted much, but hopefully we can get some clarity of what, I guess I just need 2 more weeks, what this month's gonna hold. Where did you go? Okay, so the first week of November we have emotions. So your emotions can be waxing and waning, so up and downs for this first week. Okay, as you're trying to balance between these emotions, you need to maybe take a pause and wonder how you can better figure out any kind of triggers around those emotions. Try to figure out if there's any way you can possibly find an outlet for those emotions as well, whether it's journaling, art, going for a walk, fishing, those types of things. Okay, maybe some movement, some dance, okay, some kind of physical outlet or creative outlet for you, okay. And remember that, don't let your emotions run you, okay? Emotions, yes, feel them, absolutely. But don't let them run your life, and be able to rein them in when you need to, especially when it comes to other relationships around you as well. Because your emotions, even though you might be holding them back a little bit, other people can still maybe pick up on them and sense them. And if you, say, are a person that is down or anxious and you project that, those people will feel that projection even more. So just be very careful with how you're dealing with your emotions internally and how you're expressing those emotions with others as well. So find a way to outlet that, and also find maybe possible as to what's triggering you at that point in time. Okay, the second week we have desires. All right, so wanting to manifest desires when it comes to I'm hearing business, I'm hearing career, so really focusing on on abundance by the scent of things. So wanting to gain that abundance. So that's what you're trying to manifest on. That's what your main goal is for that week, is to manifest those types of financial flows coming directly to you. Okay, that doesn't mean you just have to stop manifesting there. You can manifest for other reasons too, like spiritual growth. You can manifest for creative ideas or solutions. You can manifest for planning in advance. So like say getting a house or a new place or a change of environment. Okay, so this is the week to be doing that kind of manifestation work in order to bring about your desires and your dreams, your aspirations, your goals. Okay, so maybe clearly state on a piece of paper what your desires are, what you want to work towards. Make kind of like a plan, and then perhaps maybe if you can, write down like an affirmation or a manifestation statement and be able to enunciate that during the day, in the morning, or even in the evening before you go to bed. And try doing that every day to see if that message will carry through to the universe. Okay. We have this guy. Alright. 7 of air. This one too is about learning. Alright, so learning about your what you're going to be doing with these desires. Okay, so if you're needing, say, more schooling or more training, okay, these are things that are part of the aspect of what that week is pertaining to. So being able to go ahead and get those skills and trades underneath your belt before going through and achieving that desire that you've been trying to manifest and bring forth. Okay, so researching beforehand what you want to do before going ahead and doing it. Another thing too is that if there is someone seeking your guidance and you have that, have that information, you're always welcome to help if the help is wanted, right? So being able to share information with others around you in regards to helping them out too, okay? Because in life, we're not just the students, we're also teachers too, depending on the aspects of what other people are seeking, all right? And lastly, we have the Two of Water. Because of everything that's going on, your focus on the romantic isn't exactly there, and perhaps, okay, excuse me for a minute, and perhaps your partner or the future partner is feeling blocked off. Okay, so if you don't have a partner right now, there's a blockage there because of the fact that you've been so focused on getting yourself ready and organized. If you do have a partner, perhaps your partner is feeling a little bit left out, feeling a little bit kind of as if they've been pushed aside while you've been working on all of this. Okay, so if you have a partner, maybe spend some time reconnecting, doing some things together. Okay, talking is very important. Communication, see where you guys are at. If you do not have a partner, maybe try focusing on doing some self-love work, or even doing like a heart meditation for yourself, just to keep your heart chakra aligned and balanced and open to receive that love. All right. All right. Number 2, fairy deck. kids are actually quiet upstairs. There's the was it the new live Dora adventure movie on? So that's what the hubby and the kiddos are watching right now. So it must be exciting. First week. Second week. Third week. Fourth week. Okay, so for the first week we have vacation. All right, so I'm not saying go take a vacation to somewhere exotic or, go to a faraway place, but a vacation away from work or away from certain people, being away in your own environment, or taking time out for yourself and taking that time to go exploring around you, whether that's like an hour away or even 30 minutes away. Okay, so like just getting out and doing some fun activities for yourself to recharge and regroup would be probably a good plan for you guys right now, as you've been going through some stress lately. Okay, I'm getting more like a stress from like more like like family stresses. Okay. Family stresses, relationship stresses. Okay, so it's time for you to kind of recharge, kind of disconnect from those connections for a little bit, and just kind of be in your own bubble. Just kind of relax and kind of find yourself again. Which just the second week in here it says look inside yourself. So when we're in the second week here, we're looking inside yourself to look for answers and looking for hidden things that may have been lost along the way. So pieces of yourself that have seemed gone missing while you've been dealing with all these connections and forgetting about the true nature of yourself. So when we go searching for these missing pieces, we want to take an assessment tool with us and see and do like a kind of like a check through and be like, okay, why is it that I don't feel like doing this anymore? Is it because of A, B, C, D? Why is it that I'm feeling low in this area? Is it A, B, C, D? Okay, run your diagnostics, see where you're at. Okay, find those answers, and then assess what you can do and what you can change if you're wanting to change it, right? Those are very, very important when we're dealing with internal struggles or connections with others, especially if the connections are toxic or if they are a negative impact in our lives. It's very important to take a step back and figure out what we need to be doing, and what we need to be bringing forth for ourselves, and to assess situations and why are we holding on to those connections if they're not doing any service to us, like they're not helping us, right? Okay, so the third week is we're honoring your true feelings. Okay, so a little bit of a healing week for this week. I'm getting the teardrops. I'm seeing the teardrops. So there's some healing going on for you this week as you have gone through the assessments and taking a look inside yourself aspect. Okay, so you're going to be honoring those feelings of of what you need to be doing about your current situation. Okay, there's a lot of hemming and hawing about what to be doing, but when you arrive to that answer, yes, it's going to hurt, but it's something that you need to do in order to release and to move on and to grow. It's very important. Okay? In the last week, we have kindness. Okay, so kindness, we mean that by showing kindness to yourself. All right, so we always want to start with yourself, right? Because of the situation that has been going on at the end of the month, you really want to show kindness to yourself, and you might have had to make some decisions that weren't so great, but the kindness aspect is honoring what you've had to go through and being okay with what you had to go through. Okay, and don't feel guilty about what you've gone through either. All right, that kindness aspect is asking you to just not beat yourself up about the decisions that you're going to be making. All right, so very important for you to understand this. All right, once again, taking time to recharge. Okay, taking time to find a breath here and there. All right, do something that you enjoy, something that keeps your mind occupied if you're feeling a little bit of a shift and feeling a little bit down. Okay, and in turn, when we are able to be kind to ourselves, we're able to spread that kindness around too, right? So primarily focus on yourself before trying to show kindness to others. Very important for you to do, because I think this month is going to be a doozy for you when it comes to assessing people in your life, in general, whether that's family, relationship, or friends. Okay, so very important for you to do this kind of assessment work and kind of figure out and honor yourself about what kind of connections you want around you and what kind of energy you want around you, right? So once again, just be kind to yourself at the end of the month. You know, take some time, recharge, regroup, what you need to do, all right? And don't feel guilt about the decisions that you might have to make. Alright, lastly we have the Wildwood Tarot. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. We actually had some hail here this evening. It was actually pretty cool. Usually we don't get like the snow stuff until like December, but it was still neat for us to see the hail come down this afternoon. All right. So loud. Kind of like this deck because it's not like the cards aren't glossy, so they don't stick together. Okay, we have the King of Vessels, which is the first card, okay? And for the first week, okay, we're going to be looking at really honoring your feelings, okay? We're going to be looking at honoring other people's feelings as well, and coming from a place of protectiveness. So protecting family, protecting friends. So feeling that urge to be a little bit more protective all around. And it's very important that when we are dealing with emotional states as well, is to remember that we aren't truly alone. All right. There is a group of people around you to kind of help bring you up when you're feeling down, or to be there to celebrate the joys of different occasions. All right. So very important to remember that. Okay, so that's for your first week. So there might be a little bit of an urge to be a little bit more protective, either with yourself or with your group of people, but also remembering that you're not alone when it comes to emotional states and mental health. Remember that there is a support team around you. You just need to be able to reach out. Okay. Okay, we have the Five of Bows for the second week celebration. Okay. So being able to celebrate with that family dynamic, that group of people in your circle, when it comes to news of success. So whether or not that's success in your work or success in your self growth, or just a celebration of mundane life. So being able to share those moments with people that you enjoy and having that circle around you. All right. Okay, the third week we have the King of Arrows. Flying high above any mental state that you have. Okay, so any obstacles that you've been facing, any challenges that have been in the way, okay, you're going to be able to fly high over them. All right. So the blockages that you were getting here, okay, and you've overcome them. Okay, you're going to keep soaring on the third week here. You're going to keep going and pushing through those and with ease, okay? Because of the fact that you finally kind of got yourself unstuck. That stagnation has finally dissipated, and new possibilities are starting to flow through for you. All right, so that's awesome. Very awesome. Good news. So if you're getting any kind of like ideas or like random thoughts that are popping in, you may want to consider writing them down, just so that way you can later look back at them. You might need that for later expansion, if that makes any sense. So that way you're able to grow upon those ideas that you've written down. Okay. And lastly, the last week we have the King of Stones. All right. There's some learning taking place for you that last week, okay? And that has more to do with self growth and self development. Um, they're really pushing home that you have the people around you to help you, okay? Whether that's like a team at work, or if that's a friendship circle, or family, okay? You have what you need around you. You can be asking for advice to kind of help you in your learnings. Remember that people will often look up to you for advice as well. So, like, don't be afraid to be able to ask those that you've helped for advice in return. Okay? It's very important for you to be also taking this information in and doing some kind of solitary assessment as well to see where this information is going to sit with you and what you're going to do with this information that's going to come forth. Okay, so it's this information that's coming forth may be almost like a hard pill to swallow for you. Okay, I'm getting the fact that it's like not the best information that you want to hear, but it's something that needed to be known. Okay, so it's very important for you to take that time to assess the information that is coming through for that month, at the end of the month there. Okay, so the first few weeks are really good, and then we got the last week here where it's going to take some time to kind of do some kind of assessment and kind of pause and some learning. Okay, so there you have it. And I'm just going to go and grab my collective deck. If I can stretch that far. Okay, the collective message for the month of November. Okay, the collective message for the month of November is death. It says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Which makes sense because the month of November, we're also heading into the winter month. So we're exiting from fall into winter, which means that there is death all around, right? So with that one, to me, death is only the beginning. So when we have a part of ourselves that we let go of, that is just the end of that cycle, and we are going and moving forward onto a new cycle, which is a rebirth, right? Death and rebirth is a continuous cycle, always going, always flowing. So for the month of November, we are looking at death, and you know what? It's not a bad thing. Change is a good thing, all right? So there you have it. There's the month of November. I hope you guys are all being safe and well, and you continue to do so. All right. Much warmth. Take care, everyone.